Okay, well, that went a little bit longer. Alright, hello! Hello! It is me, Garbocan underscore. Oh my god. It has been a very long time. But yeah, anyways, so I was commentating Apple Orchard Cup. And yeah, so anyways, I had things that I was gonna mention. I had this whole like idea in my head of how I was gonna start this stream, and then I just got off of commentating a shit ton, right? Nice to see your background wall has not changed. It really hasn't. I haven't paid attention to it very much. Maybe I'll do something with it, I don't know. But yeah, I can see the huge improvement on the commentating skills. I won't lie, I did not practice like at all. Like, so I had messaged because I heard that Promo was hosting a tournament, right? I'm like, fuck it, you know what? Like, I'm making my way back into the community. I'm going to try and contribute a little bit, right? And so I'll make my return to commentary, right? And it's a big Season 2 tournament. I have a lot to say about the Season 2 rule set, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So that was my first time commentating in, like, 5 years? Yeah. It was a 5-year gap between that and my last time commentating. And the previous time I'd commentated was, like, was over under with Cab, where I was like completely throwing the whole commentary. So, like, the last time I actually took it seriously was like even further before that. It was like 6 years or so. Yeah, that was the one about snails. Okay, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Okay, you can say what you want about how I commentated that, but it certainly was memorable. There's still lots of people who remember. Can you play Subway Surfers in the background? My dopamine levels are running low. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I didn't even... I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even, like, configure this scene correctly here. I need to put my, webcam here. Okay. Alright, here you go. You can have this. I need Minecraft parkour too. Spectate quick play 2 in the background. That's actually not a bad idea. Low key. I do fuck with the idea. But yeah, anyways, so just okay, I'm going to have to close this out now. I'm sorry. So if any iPad kids are in chat, I deeply apologize. But yeah, if we go over to my Twitter here, we can see that this was my announcement. So if we read exactly what I said, the Tetrio content... Okay, it's so dramatic. This is not my style. I'm not usually this dramatic, but yeah, the Tetrio content scene has been stale recently. Many of the previous streamers are less active, and there's only a few YouTubers. That all changes this Saturday. And then we switch to all caps. I will return to content creation Saturday 16th, 7 p.m. PST. 4 exclamation points. Twitch, period. YouTube, period. Everything, period. Big content incoming. So, like, I was really dramatic about it. And so to the people in chat saying that, like, oh, this is going to be like a once a year thing, right? Like, I'm actually back to streaming. Now, it's not going to be every day, right? Like, I have a full-time job, and there's still many other things that I want to do besides streaming, right? But so maybe be like this XQC title. But yeah, this will be like a maybe once or twice a week. We'll see. We'll feel it out, right? But yeah, this will become a regular thing. So twice a week, once a week, something like that, right? And which day it is still to be determined. I'm not entirely sure what that's gonna look like. But yeah, the next major difference here is that I'm gonna be doing a lot more content as well. So a lot more outside content. So that includes things like video, right? Where I'll post more videos, which will not only be a mix of like my normal style of like edited videos and stuff, right? But it'll also include stream highlights or just stream cut up into just me talking about stuff, right? And shipped onto YouTube. So if you want a good example of what that would look like, we can go on YouTube and we can search like Marshmell. So this Marshmell video is a pretty good example of it, right? Where it's very like brain rotty, for lack of a better word. It has like my stream cut up. Into like Lisa fan games at all? Yeah, so I'm just like talking about stuff. I really wanted to push for was like and yeah, it's like just me talking about stuff, gets my like key ideas and stuff across, right? And has some fun gameplay moments as well. All of that. So yeah, that'll be another part of the YouTube content cycle. And another thing that I want to do more of, and some of you may have seen this, is text posts as well. So I want to explore other sorts of mediums as much as I can. And so if we look at, for example, like I posted these two blog posts. Real ones have read all of them. They're both like 4,000 words each. They got a little bit long, but this is just going over like the design and then the inspirations behind Quick Play 2. Including this like 250 long comment response that I wrote about Minecraft igloos, but yeah, you guys can read that if you're interested. You gotta have the baked-in subtitles that bounce in one word at a time. Yeah. The, like, really ADHD, like, TikTok subtitles. I might have ADHD, but the brain rot editing puts me off since it more than it keeps me focused. I think a good balance here. So, I'm a big fan of, like, the Atrioc Clips channel. So if I look up, like, Big A here, the YouTube channel. Oh my god, dude. Did Google literally just right at the top dox my address? Dude, that's so fun. I'm so glad that Google does that. Holy fuck. But yeah, like, these videos, they have the, like, it's not super brain rotty, but it's just, like, all of the stutters and stuff are cut out, so it's just pure talking. And ideally, I can just talk without having any sort of pauses, any sort of stutters, and there won't be that many jump cuts, but I mean, I don't know, like, my talking skills have gotten really bad as of recent. By not streaming for a very long time, like, my, like, talking at a camera skills have gotten worse, it feels. So, I'm gonna be paying a lot of attention to that. I love brain rot editing. Well, everyone has different definitions of, like, brain rot editing. There's the ones with, like, the really, like, obnoxious, like, whoosh sound effects all the time and stuff, right? That's not really my thing. But just in terms of, like, keeping something very constantly engaging, I would say is, like, a good thing. So, when I say brain rot editing, I'm not talking about, like, oh, hey, we at Mr. Beast, we're going to add an explosion every time the retention dips a little bit, right? Nah, you sound completely fine. Feels like I never missed a beat. I mean, I guess it's more of when I have to talk, I have to, like, think a little bit more about what I'm saying, because these are all things that have been, like, stewing in my head for long enough to where I can, like, form coherent sentences well enough. The Johnny Test, yeah, the Johnny Test, like, whip sound effect. Yeah. We have, like, a Vine boom after every, like, every sentence. It's just a Vine boom. Atrioc name drop, I love that guy, yeah. He's done a lot of very good content. He's kind of cracked the code where he'll do, like, a stream, cut it, and that stream will be able to be cut up into, like, just him talking. It'll get cut up into, like, 3 different videos, or 2 or 3 different videos. And then he just works on main channel stuff later, so or in the background and does those on a stream too. So he's, like, content maxing. Best brain rot editing I've seen is Parkour Civilization. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Parkour Civilization, I thought it was, like, pretty good until it wasn't. And that, like, okay. And by good, I don't mean, like, it's fucking Citizen Kane or some shit, right? But, I mean, like, when I first watched it, there was some level of intrigue, and there was some level of, like, tension, because every time you see him jump, it's like, oh shit, he could fall, right? It actually made it, like, somewhat engaging, but that eventually got old on me as you realize that this is just some, like, fucking, he's gonna constantly climb over and over, he's gonna go to the next level, he's gonna see the stuff there, and he's gonna go to the next level, he's gonna figure stuff there, right? And it felt, like, very formulaic after a little while, but it was very funny at the beginning. I did actually like it. Alright, hello! Apple Orchard Cup Parade. He never could have seen this raid coming. Alright, well, anyways, interesting tournament that we saw earlier. Yeah, I was kind of like, I was telling the chat earlier, that was like my first time commentating in like 5 years, or 4 years or so, right? My last time commentating was like where I was intentionally throwing the commentary for fun with a cab in like over under or something. So that was the snail commentary for anyone who like has forgotten. Garbo has come to reclaim his best commentator award. Didn't you commentate some UBC match? No, I was the one playing. That was me playing. So, yeah. Anyways, dude, why does Twitch do this? Okay, I need to show you what's going on here. So Twitch, like, every single time you get raided, it puts this huge box around like the raider's message now, and it says a raider from promo. Like, I don't need to see it this many times. I get it. Like, you can show it once. Like, has Twitch gone downhill? What is going on here? I think you can turn it off. Wait, where? Also, hello, Hannah. Thank you for the 44 months. It's back, yeah. The longest time subscriber on the GarboCan channel. Oh my, you're actually you're subscriber number 1 now. We're so fucking back. We are incredibly back. In chat settings. Chat settings. Where? I feel so dumb. Where is it? Chat highlights. Oh. Okay. First time. I'll keep first time chatter. Let's turn off Raider. And then. Wait. So VIP and subscriber. So does that mean it'll like always okay? So these are off automatically. I'll highlight mentions for me, and then the rest is fine. Okay. There we go. Twitch partner with 1 subscriber. Okay, I haven't streamed in forever. Oh, wait. Oh, it minimized them. Okay, so it says Raider here. Okay. Yeah, it's good enough. It's fine. I was one of the first 50 subs, right? I got a founder badge in the second wave. Wait, 50? I thought it was like 10, the first 10. I don't exactly remember how that worked. But, yeah, case in point, I'm back. I'm going to be regularly streaming, right, once or twice a week. I'm going to be doing more content. And, yeah, my ultimate goal, as pertains back to this tweet... Do you want to do the raffle? Wait, what raffle? Wait, promo forgot. Wait. What? Oh! Was there supposed to be, like, a supporter raffle? What's going on? Do the wheel for us. Oh, sick. Okay, sure. Wait. Do you have, like, a link to the wheel? Okay. Oh, sick. Okay. Oh, bet. I get the honors. Wait, I don't have streamer mode on because I had it turned off, so you can see all of my DMs. Hold on. Streamer mode. God, I haven't streamed in so fucking long, man. It's been forever. Okay. It's 2 spins. Spin it twice for 2 people. Okay. Chat. Drum roll, please. Okay. Let's see. What's our drum roll? What's our drum roll? We need like an emote or something that needs to be spammed. Wind up. I mean, okay, just the drums work. Just spam the drums then. All right. Give me a drum roll for the first spin. All right. Here we go. And your winner is... Oh. Zygos. Do we have a Zygos in the chat? Zygos? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's fine. It is fine. Yeah, Mitsu got robbed. Alright. Not in chat, reroll immediately. And for our next person, let's get another drum roll. In the meantime, I need to turn off this chat highlight because it's I'm just gonna turn it off and minimized even. It's just gonna be completely, yeah, okay. I don't like the Raider highlight. Okay, and here we go. The next spin. And your winner is... Oh my god, is it... It's Shark again! Oh wait, no, it's not! Oh, it's Gohan! Oh, never mind. I thought Shark was gonna win the wheel too. For those of you who weren't there, Shark won Grand Finals, so won the tournament as well. Get the ruler out. Yeah, it looked like a Shark win. That would have been so scripted. It would have been funny. Yeah. Well, no, Gohan's probably fucking sleeping. That guy had been up for like 24 hours. But, yeah. Anyways, congratulations to Zygos and Gohan for winning the supporter raffle. Wait. Oh no, Gohan is playing quick play? Wait, really? Wait, I need to... Hold on. Oh wait, no, Gohan is on busy now. Okay. Okay, thanks for the wheel. Nice. Yeah, good tournament that you guys hosted. It was fun commentating. I may get back into it. Okay, but anyways, what I was saying earlier, right? Was that my ultimate goal here is to just like bring content alive in Tetrio again, right? Cause as of recent, like the content scene has been kind of like it's been very dead, for lack of a better word, right? And sometimes I'll just like have some time, right? So I'll go into the Twitch category of or the Tetrio category of Twitch, right? And I'll look at it, right? And there's no one there. I might be turbo wrong here, and there's gonna be people streaming. This is actually this is a lot more than usual. So there's me, right? But yeah, this is a lot more than usual. There's usually like 3 streamers with like 15 viewers distributed across them. So we gotta bring content back. We need YouTube content back. We need Twitch content back. We need we need to have all of these things back. And so I looked at that and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm stepping back in. We're doing content again. And also because it's how do I say this? Like, it's also a good opportunity for me as like a Tetrio dev, right? The game designer for Tetrio, to actually be able to like share a lot of my thoughts around stuff, right? People can ask me questions because it's kind of become like a small niche meme at this point, but Sometimes I'll like show up in a Twitch chat and just like be talking to people there, and I'll like share some details that just like no one's ever heard before about quick play, and then Zapter has to like document that somewhere. And so I think having like one place where it all happens it's a lot better. It's a lot cleaner to have it just be like, hey, if you want to ask me questions, you don't have to like randomly run to me in a Twitch chat or in like quick play chat, right? It can just be here, right? And they don't count as leaks anymore. They count as just like kind of like announcements in a way, right? So yeah. Would uploading tournament VODs boost the viewership? I mean, yeah, we should. If we have the sets as VODs, I think we absolutely should. Especially like we had some really fucking good sets there. We had both of the sets of Shark versus the Cab, right? We had Vince's sets where we had like the Vince alien stacking. So I think they're good to upload. Wait, Gohan has 3 years of supporter. They're gifting to someone. But who are they How are they deciding who they're gifting it to? I did talk with the TWC team already, and TWC 25 will have proper VODs on YouTube as well. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's literally only what's it? It's literally only Marshmallow that has the VODs, or has the like has footage of it. So you have to watch like a Marshmallow video. Just reroll? Okay, we want to reroll. I see. Alright. We're bringing it back! A wheel again. Hello, Kronos. Yeah, actually, Kronos, yeah, Kronos is one of the holders of the high-fived Garbo IRL badge. Oh? Alright, Master 101 is your winner. What's the wheel do? They're for the tournament that just happened earlier. They forgot to do it, so Promo asked me to host the wheel for them. So yeah, actually, if we look up like here, CH Petrio. Okay, it's at achievements 50 for block rationing leaderboard right now. But let's look up Kronos. Yeah, so actually, there's a badge. I announced it on Twitter, but nowhere else. So a lot of people don't know about it. There's this badge. It says high-fived Garbo IRL. So, yeah, I'm gonna be going to like a more in-person LAN events and other stuff. So, next time that happens, you'll have the opportunity to get this high-fived Garbo IRL badge. Yo, I still need that badge? Oh, true. Do it live? Okay, hold on. Be right back. So for those of you who don't know, Kotaylor is my brother. He's like right downstairs. I'm gonna run over there, high five, and pass off the badge. 1 second. All right, it's been done. Okay. Let's see. Now, wait. I need to open the the Tetrio admin thing and give the badge now. Fuck, I have to log in. Wait. I forget what the thing is too. Wait, 1 second. I need to now search my DMs with OSP to remember how to actually give the badge. Okay. Wait. Wait 1 second. Okay. So badges. So Okay, badge ID is... Okay. Okay, give it to Cotailery. Garbo. You also have to type in the description too, so I have to actually type in high five Garbo IRL, and then it's capitalized like that, right? Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Timestamped award. Okay, should work. All right, let's see. If we look up Cotailery, I fucked something up. Did I fuck something up? Oh no. What have I done? Wait. Oh no, it's there. Okay, okay, nice. Okay. Big. Well, the badge has been awarded now. So, you're gonna go to a LAN, there's gonna be a queue of 100 people. I mean, there's ways of sorting it. It can be just, like, hold my hand out, everyone high fives, and then writes their name on a paper, and I give them all later. You forgot the dash? No, I didn't. What? There's literally a dash there. Oh, there's none. You know what? It's fine. That it adds character to it. It adds character. Man. Looks like I ought to high five you the next time I see you. Yeah. Well, make an account beforehand. What's the next LAN you're going to? I'm not sure. Wait, does anyone know when the next, like, Tetrio LAN is? The achievement descriptions could be anything? Yeah. Wait, February. I'm not going to Square One Japan. Isn't that in like a week and a half? February. Wait, which one is that? Is there like a website or something that I can look at? Snows Infinite is in February. February might be like kind of busy in terms of like work stuff. Oh, but it's Toronto, so like the flight is like not bad at all. It's just there and then out. I'll look into it. No guarantees right now. I'll look into it. The one that I am like sure about is I'll be going to the next WPL as well. There's nothing official announced at all yet. Venue has been booked though. Mitsu, could you DM me the link to like a Discord or something? If they have a Discord. Yeah, WPL is in the summer, so I do plan on going there. Yeah, when will there be okay, let's see. When will there be a tournament in New York? There was that was like Zeno, right? But I don't think they do that anymore. Yeah, WPL is in it's in Ohio, right? Cuz Beast and Shen. Yeah, Ohio. Okay. Yeah, I remember I don't remember who said this. I think was it Arisa? But someone said to me like because I've only been to like when I've traveled I've only been to like big city type places, right? So it'll be my first time like going to somewhere like Ohio, and they were telling me like, dude, it's gonna be so different from anywhere you've ever been. Like it's just like I didn't really know what to. I don't really know what to expect. I still don't really know what to expect. But they're like, dude, there's gonna be like you're gonna notice there's gonna be like nothing there, which is funny. Can we spectate Quick Play 2 in the background while you yap? Let's see. Is there anyone worth spectating? What is run doing so slowly? Is this like supercharged? Oh, it's totally supercharged. I mean, sure. Why is Microsoft Copilot on your taskbar? Oh, you can get rid of it? Okay, nice. Uh, yeah, this is a fresh install of Windows, like, as of not that long ago, so. Yeah, just let it chain naturally. Everyone is worth spectating. I don't know, I want to watch, like, a world record run or something. That'd be fun. Yeah, I certainly do not use Microsoft Copilot, though. Hello, Vincent HD. You went back to Windows 10? I went back to Windows 10 a long-ass time ago. I fucking hate Windows 11. I can finally watch now, knowing there was no Microsoft Copilot. Like, that was the only thing turning you off. It's like, man, I love this stream. It's a shame that Microsoft Copilot is on the taskbar. Windows 10 end of support is 2025. I mean, maybe I'll switch by then, but end of 2025 is, or in 2020, okay. That's still, it depends what month it is. We'll see. Yeah. Show Obsidian workflow. I keep a lot of my, my main vault, because I have Obsidian Sync, right? So I have it on my, like, phone and laptop. And my main vault is my, like, Tetrio work one. So, like, if I open this, untold amounts of future content will just be leaked in an instant. Become a Linux user. You know, I would if like a lot of the programs I use, like for example, I edit video in Vegas, and Vegas just like does not exist on Linux. So I don't know. There's like quite a few programs that I just can't give up because I did look into it, right? Wait, can you use Wine on like Vegas? Is that real? Use a virtual machine or dual boot for specific programs. Yeah, I'd be down to like dual boot maybe, right? But for in terms of like using a VM, I don't want to edit video on a VM, right? Because like you'd have to get files in and out of the VM, etc. Just say you can't play League on Linux and move on, all good. Okay, listen. I would say that, but I have not touched League in a while. My account has been decayed from Grandmaster to like, it's Diamond 1 right now. It's decayed. Tarzan clears you, I feel. Fear. Bro, Bad. I haven't been playing League. I have not. There was even a fucking tweet about it. I'll pull it up here. 111 days since my last League tweet. Been too busy with Tetrio stuff and haven't been able to grind rank this split. It's all right there. I have not been playing League. Did you pass the Jamikin guy? Well, I think last season did I end? I don't even want to look. I'm pretty sure I ended lower than him. Last season, but in terms of like a peak, I did pass him when I was like competing. Vegas 16 has a silver rating on Wine HQ, but the rest are garbage. Yeah, and Vegas is on like 22 now, so yeah, it's come quite a while. Yeah, I was thinking like because Vegas hardly runs on Windows. Like, that's the thing. It literally, it doesn't matter what kind of PC specs you have. Like, it always feels like it's struggling to run. So, I feel like adding anything else in is gonna very negatively harm it. As opposed to positively harm it. What am I fucking saying? Yeah. No, Vegas, like, if you, like, shake a clip too hard, it'll crash. Like if you go onto the timeline, like let's say this is the timeline, right? Let's say we have like clip, and clip, right? Let's say if you just like grab one of the clips and you like shake it back and forth hard enough, the whole program will just fucking crash. Again, you could be like on the NASA supercomputers, you could be on whatever hardware you want, it'll just like not like it very much. So yeah, there's tons of things in Vegas that are just like they're a little bit wonky. But I still like can't move away from Vegas. Like I've used Premiere to edit quite a few videos, and like they're not bad videos or anything, but I just like I can't get away from Vegas, man. I'm just too used to it. Yeah, I even have Premiere Pro like on my desk or on my taskbar, right? You have to treat the program like a baby. Don't shake the baby. Yes, that's pretty much how you handle it. Yeah, so like my workflow is After Effects and Vegas, which is like so fucking scuffed. But yeah, because like obviously like people would normally use After Effects and Premiere together, right? But I fucking use After Effects and Vegas. But speaking of video editing, I'm also actually looking for video editors. So this is like a paid thing, right? Like I'll pay you, and yeah, I'm looking for video editors for like my new stream return for just sort of stream highlights type stuff, etc. Cutting down me talking, getting the core of like what I'm saying, and just turning those into clips, etc. Right? So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, DM me. And I guess I can link my Discord server as well for people to join. Hold on one second. Let me clean up my Discord folders really quick. I should have done this earlier, but right now my Discord folders are a complete mess, and so I can't actually show it on stream. Hold on one second. Let me do this first, and then I'll show Discord on stream. It's so bad. Okay. Let's see. How about something like this? Okay. Well, anyways, so yeah, I have a Discord server now. I have kept it low key for a pretty long time. Also, I'll mark these as red so no one yells at me for it. Okay. But anyways, yeah, I have a Discord server, so if you want to join it here, I'll link it. There you go. So, yeah, I'm reopening this Discord server. We'll do something with it. And yay, thank you for joining D ... and Y ... Yeah, so actually, this goes to my next thing, right? Where I don't really have a good place to just like unusual join activity detected in Garbo. Wait, is this bad if I click review the alert? Okay, let's see. Discord is serving CAPTCHA to all joiners. Okay. Well, anyways, so I currently, at the moment, I don't have like a good place to just like ask me about quick play stuff or ask me about like Tetra development stuff. So people who have questions about Quick Play 2, people have questions about like Tetra League Season 2, all that sort of stuff, right? There's no really good place to do that. So I thought I'd use this Discord server as kind of like a place for that kind of stuff to happen. And this is originally not a Tetris server. In fact, this is actually like a strictly anti-Tetris server. This is supposed to be like my my non-Tetris Discord server. And you can see here that, like, for example, we have like Make Something Daily is like a daily art channel. This is actually in many ways supposed to be like a creative art type Discord, but we're repurposing it once again. It's now a just ask me stuff about Tetrio Discord for now. And other stream and content stuff. How the turns table. Yeah. Do you think the Season 2 changes help the always 100% problem? It kind of helps it. Okay, so actually, I'll give context first. So, always 100%, just to, like, properly explain this. If we look at, say, okay, so I'm gonna open up Paint, and we're gonna look at, like, this is time. So this is, like, the length of the game, right? I'm gonna do this smaller. Here. So, we have time, and we have intensity on the X, or on the Y-axis. So, always 100% is the idea that throughout the entire round, a lot of, like, Tetris games, so you look at, like, Gestures or something, right? The intensity is at 100%, like, pretty much the entire round through. And what this means is that there's no, like, ups and downs, there's no sort of variance to it. It's just, like, play all out all the time, just, like, fire off attacks, down stack fast, etc. all the time. And so if you look at, say, something like CSGO or Valorant, right, for a good example, because those games have, like, incredible intensity curves. It's always, like, the start of the round, right? It's low because you're buying, right? And then it goes up over time, right? And then it might, like, even have, like, a spike or two. It'll go down, like, a spike, and then towards the end, it may end on an intense note, it may not, but there's, like, a variance to it, right? There's a sort of there's ups and downs, high points and low points, and this makes it both easier to play, less exhausting to play, and, like, more interesting to watch as well. Now, to the question, so for the Season 2 changes, they don't actually really change this very much. Modern, like, uncapped Tetris is typically going to be always 100%, or, like, it'll be between 90 and 100% all the time, right? However, what it does do is it adds a lot more variance in the spectating experience. So while the intensity curve is, like, pretty much always within this top bracket for players, right? When it comes to spectating, there actually are high and low moments, right? And we saw that when we were watching, or when I was commentating and when you guys were watching Apple Orchard Cup just earlier, where there'd be a lot of times where you can anticipate something big is going to happen because, like, Caboozled has built up a 10 surge, right? Is charging up, gets to, like, 20, and you know that something is going to happen off of it, right? So that does go from, like, maybe, like, a like 70% to a, like, 100% as the surge starts building up, and then that climaxes as, like, and it goes down a little bit, right? It could go down even further than this, but typically you'll see a wider variance in spectating experience, even though that doesn't necessarily track to the player experience, where they're just, like, playing 4 PPS all the time, sending T-spins, timing attacks, etc., right? They're doing the same thing all the time. I can't believe the broken Tetris lights are still on the wall. Yeah. Hello, Raisin. And is that a Wood Deck raid? Yo, what's up? It's been a while. How about things like Master Mode in Tetris games with increasing gravity? So, yeah, actually, if we want to look at a good example of that everyone knows for increasing gravity, right? Let's look at, like, NES Tetris, for example. And NES Tetris has, like, pretty much just, and then it stays fairly low for a while. It doesn't actually go up very much until they get to, like, the very high levels, and it starts going up and up and up, right? So towards the end, it's very concentrated towards the end. I wouldn't say this is a very ideal intensity curve either. It's certainly better than modern Tetris Versus, but not by that much, right? Because you want it to be able to go back down too. You want to have, like, a story of, like, high moments, low moments, high moments, low moments as it goes to a climax, right? And so if you want to look at something like even like a MOBA like League of Legends, right? Those will have, like, low moments, but there will be like small fights that break out that will have big implications on the rest of the game. So you'll have like a spike, and then you'll have like a lull state, and then like a spike and then a lull state, and then like the final fight towards the end of the game, right? So I think that MOBAs also have very, very good intensity curves. Have you played Tetrachroma? I have not. Yeah, DM me a link if you want me to check it out later. So, yeah, intensity curve, and keep in mind that like intensity curve is not everything, right? Like this doesn't make or break a game, but it's just like it's a problem that exists, and it's usually very, very core to how the game functions. So if you're making a game, you want to like at least have this somewhere in your mind. What do you think about Zone Battle's curve? Zone Battle is interesting because they actually do a lot with like the variance of the curve. I think Zone Battle actually has one of the best curves out of any sort of modern Tetris versus game, because you do have like the zone, and so it'll be usually, and okay, let me think about this. How I want to say this. So there's two parts to it, right? The first part is the phases, right? You have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and these like alter the garbage messiness, etc. So they have that like scaling over time, right? So if we just look at that mechanic in isolation, it is going to like have the intensity pretty linearly scaling over time, or like it's slightly curved, but whatever, right? But also besides that, like over time scaling of the garbage messiness through phases, you also have higher and lower points through zone, right? Where when someone hits zone, you have that player like doing a big attack, and you have the opponent anticipating a big attack, right? And so you'll have over time, it'll be like, it'll go from around here to like a little bit up. You'll have like small spikes, and like or like let's say it's like a small spike followed by like a small trough here, and then like a small spike, and then like something like that, right? I don't know. I'm not good at drawing graphs, but it's maybe it's not that steep. Maybe it's a little bit like shallower. It's something like this, but the point being that they do a lot of things right in terms of addressing the intensity curve. Let's see. I think the part of the problem let's see. I think the problem is that the intensity curve runs counter to Tetris as a whole. Or rather, Tetris itself acts counter to the intensity as it has been designed and iterated over the years. Problems driven further extreme at the community has gravitated to these games. It's like true and not true at the same time. Because if we think about the idea of like just stacking blocks itself, right? Like, if a consistent and constant action that you have to be taking is oh, it's hard to read. Okay, it's hard to hear because I'm turning my head. All right, thank you for letting me know, by the way. I will speak into my mic, or I'll just talk louder. How about that? But yeah, so let's see. So with Tetris games, right? You're constantly stacking blocks. No matter what, that basic action is constantly being done. So there's not going to be any time where you're doing no action, right? Or there's going to be very few times where you're like taking absolutely no action, right? Which means that it sets a baseline for like what you're playing at. And to add more on top of that, or to add too much more on top of that, is going to like overload the player mentally. Like there's just too much going on because you have to be constantly maintaining that baseline of stacking. So in that sense, like, yes, it's going to trend a lot flatter than other games. But that doesn't mean that you can't still like think about the intensity curve problem, right? Let's see. Tetris 99 intensity curve is masterful. Do I agree with that? Let's think. For a casual player, for like someone who doesn't really play Tetris very much, I think yes, I would completely agree with that. Yeah, it depends on how good you are. I that's absolutely the same thing that I'm thinking, Baron. Yeah, Tetris 99 is actually a very well-made game. It's just not good for people who know how to play Tetris. Because, like, it has a sort of build-up. It has, like, your KOs, it has your gravity increase, right? And towards the end, it feels very intense, and the music changes, right? It's like that, the fucking, what's that song called? The something Bumblebees. Yeah. Because it's too easy. Yeah. It's too easy in the sense that, like, gravity in modern Tetris stops being a problem for people once they get good enough. So this is something that I highlighted in my blog post. So if I look at my blog post here, I'll pull it up. So one of the things that I mention here is it's under gameplay. So for the gameplay, one of the major influences was single marathon Tetris games. So this is the important part. Due to modern mechanics like 7-bag, lock delay, 5 previews, and uncapped handling settings, the act of stacking alone has become too easy. This has led to survival modes being impossible to balance. Once a player becomes competent at stacking, the only thing that the game can throw at them is 20G and decreased lock delay, which some find fun, but most don't. So, yeah, it's the gravity increase and stuff, because you're playing faster than, like, the gravity is dropping the blocks, it really doesn't have that much of an impact on a good player. And so, yeah, it only becomes once you start getting into that higher gravity where it starts, like, limiting where you can place your pieces, and it starts decreasing the lock delay, so you can't, like, actually flip a piece over a wall, right? Then it starts to actually make a difference. But up until then, it's like the mechanic doesn't exist if you're good enough. Let's see. Yeah, it's only easy because you're good at it. Well, like, that's what the original thing is, like, because it's too easy. So I said it's only good for people who aren't good at Tetris, because it's too easy for the people that are good at Tetris, is, like, kind of what I think. Do you think capped speed is necessary for Tetris to become a better spectator sport? That's a tough one, because I think that what we're seeing with Surge, right? And I don't think Surge is the end game, right? Like, I don't think that this is perfect, but what you see is a glimpse of, like, being able to follow the greater trend, right? Because right now, you get most people, not even, like, just casuals or outsiders, right? You get even Tetris players to watch, like, a uncapped Tetris match. And what you'll see is that, like, they're not following it. They can't follow block by block. But why did the camera zoom? Wait. Why did it... Oh, shit. Why did it zoom? What the fuck? Hold on 1 second. What the fuck? Hello? What did the camera mean by that? Bro, what? Wait, let me see what's happening. Yeah, apparently it does have gesture support. Okay, and because I put my hand up there, it zoomed. Okay, I disabled it. Nice. Okay. We're good now. It's all good. But yeah. Anyways, going back to what I was saying. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back on the line of thought that I was on. I lost it a bit. So, yeah, obviously, like, most people, they're never going to be able to follow, like, 4 PPS gameplay. And people are only going to get faster, right? It's only going to go up to, like, someday people are going to play at 5 PPS in the tournaments, right? I don't know when that day is going to be, but they'll only get faster, really. So to expect someone to actually follow 5 PPS gameplay, not happening. However, right, if your game adds wider trends, like, or wider, like, sort of patterns to follow, right? So, for example, watching the surge number increase, which isn't going to increase, like, 5 times a second. It's going to increase maybe, like, maybe, 1 time every 2 seconds or something at like, the very fast levels. And so, so long as you have, like, wider scale things to follow on, like, a macro level, then it doesn't have to be, like, a capped game to be a good spectator game. Now, that isn't to say that, like, there isn't huge benefits from having speed capped, right? Because you can just solve the issue by having speed capped, and then people can watch the stacking and, like, understand, right? But yeah, so another great example of this would be wounds, right? So wounds are, oops, that's the wrong scene. That's the scene I slapped together while commentating a tournament. But yeah, so if you have, like, let's say garbage lines that are I didn't have to open MS Paint for this, but wounds are basically just like a garbage line that has a timer on it, right? So let's say it's at 40 seconds, and this just counts down 1 per second. No matter how fast you're going, it still counts down to the same rate, right? So if you have something like this as a built-up advantage, or you even have just, like, a permanent line in general, those things are things that, like, a spectator can follow on a wider macro level. So you can have both the, like, wow, this is so impressive, I'm watching, like, people play so fast, right? And you still have that other level of, like, okay, we're following the overall trend of the game, this is what's going on. So I don't think it's necessary, is my final answer. Let's see. I remember when watching someone restreaming the Amamiya versus Kazuya Kaminamichi 4 match, and I was confused. I should talk louder, right? I'm speaking opposite. Okay. Confused about where the silver blocks were coming from. Seemed to think the number of points had to do with who was winning. I was confused about why they were randomly stopping. Now I can follow what is happening. I see. Yeah. I do think that those kinds of things, they're hard to, like, communicate for a new spectator, but I think just, like, maybe being able to understand the commentary would help, right? Because, like, wow, they're sending a lot of lines, right? They sent a huge spike, and that's something that, like, someone watching can kind of context clue themselves into. Yeah, I was confused about TEC's phase system for a while. Those kinds of things, so whether it be, like, TEC phases or, like, how garbage works, etc., those are things that, like, maybe a spectator won't, like, immediately understand just by watching, but that brings in the role of, like, commentators, that brings in the role of, like, even co-streamers, for example, right? Because something really big, if you look at who the biggest streamers are right now, like, Kadril, for example. So Kadril is, like, a really big League of Legends streamer, but all he does is he just watches pro play and he gives his commentary. And what has happened is that you'll hear, like, people who just don't play League of Legends at all, but they watch Kadril to watch pro play. And so you'll hear them, like, they sound like hardcore League of Legends player, but they just watch Kadril and they understand enough about the game from it. So, like, this has happened a lot where I'll have, like, I'll have people I know who, this actually happened. I had a friend group, we were watching Worlds, and one of them brought a few of his IRLs in, who don't play League at all, right? And I didn't know that they don't play League because they're, like, avid pro play watchers. And so I was watching with them, and they're like, bro, he didn't bounce the wave, it's fucking lost, right? And I'm like, and so they would speak like that, and they'd be like, dude, this matchup fucking sucks. Why are they drafting like this, right? And I hear them say shit like that, and I'm like, okay, these are League of Legends players. Turns out later, they aren't League of Legends players. They don't play the game, but they just understand because they've like watched Kadril, right? And so I'm thinking, like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Yeah, so like in terms of understanding like smaller parts of the games that can't be interpreted visually, right? Like I I don't think that's a super huge problem, right? Because spectators, and we'll call them like just pure spectators, right? Like people who only watch, they will they will be able to understand through like a commentary and through like following the following the game, right? I don't think it's that big of a problem. And something that like Tetris has a very big advantage for, and something that like modern Tetris actually has a big advantage for, because we can talk about all of the like modern Tetris disadvantages all the time. We can go until the cows come home, right? About that. That's a saying that I haven't heard in forever. I don't know why that popped into my head, but uh, in any case, there are still some key advantages, and the first major one for like Tetris as a spectator sport is is that like wow factor, is that like holy shit they're playing this fast, are they hacking, right? That sort of like impressiveness is unmatched. There's no other sort of esport, there's no other sort of game that you'll immediately understand like holy shit something crazy is happening, these people are cracked from a first glance, right? Tetris is like number one in that by far. Not even Osu. Not even Osu. Osu is pretty high up too. I agree. Osu is pretty high up, but I think Tetris even tops that. Rhythm games do come close though, yeah. Like if you watch like a really really fast, not even Osu. I would say like even like really really fast like VSRG type games, right? Where you'll just see like a billion notes falling down really fast. A Dance of Fire and Ice is pretty high up there too, yeah. It is a fairly impressive thing to watch. So, yeah, I do think rhythm games also come close, but in my opinion, Tetris games, like especially uncapped Tetris games, are unmatched. And so, if that's enough to like move someone down the like sort of funnel from completely new, has never been interested in watching Tetris at all, to like, hey, maybe I'll look into this a little bit more and try and like figure out what's going on, then that sort of part of the funnel, right? To not, I don't mean to sound like a fucking drop shipping guru, right? But funnel's the best word for it. But yeah, like that is something that I don't think we would have a problem with, right? Like it's intriguing enough to get people to look further into it on its own. So let's see here. Could you ever see yourself coordinating rule sets for an official Tetris game instead of Tetrio? No. I cannot see myself doing that. I am like 100% on Tetrio. I'm on the Tetrio train. This game is the future, and I don't want to like I don't want to move away from that, right? Now, I don't want to say like an absolute never, but as I'm thinking right now, like, no, I don't really see myself doing that. Deadass think the only way to make Tetrio more interesting is to make low-level fights look anime and cool as fuck. Like, make them feel cooler, too. I do think it's kind of fun, like, the disconnect between like what you watch and then like you try playing and it's like, man, I suck, I hate this. You know, Green Team made their own Tetris clone before becoming a designer for Enhance. I think it was you who showed me it when we were in like a Tetrio VC thing, in like a Tetrio Insiders VC. Let's see. Romance subplot? Oh, yeah, this is like hanging here. It's on my screen. Listen, if you want to read the inspirations behind Quick Play 2 with romance subplot, you can read the post yourself. It's 4,000 words long. Have fun. No, you have to read it. If you want to know, you have to read it. What about the Taco Bell story? Hey, listen, that wasn't... I don't even know what the Taco Bell story is. Davo just fucking said that. I didn't get any context either. I know as much as you do. Let's see. You know how Guitar Hero has star power? Imagine that, but in modern Tetris. I do remember star power, but I don't exactly remember how the mechanics worked. I just remember like everything turns gold and shit. But yeah. With all these like this talk about like flaws in Tetris and stuff, and with like modern uncapped Tetris type things, I do want to mention really quick that I do think that Tetrio Season 2 is like has landed and is going in like a good direction, right? Like I am actually fairly confident in our ability to like take this to an even better level, right? And so that's the kind of idea behind seasons, right? It's like incremental change. So yeah, it's not like there yet. Surge and Season 2 is not the promised land, but I do think it's landed pretty well. And hopefully the people watching that last tournament will be inclined to agree with me here, right? How frequent are you anticipating seasons to be? Right now, I have it as once a year, right? So we have a season, we have like a world championship, and then the next season, right? Very similarly to how like something like League would do seasons. I think encouraging all spins with back-to-back is a great idea. All spins has always been something that like I've wanted to do, right? Like I've wanted to find some way to have all spins in the game, but I don't want them to send full, right? Because when all spins send full, you just have way too much attack in the table, right? And you get to the point where like people already have trouble learning T-spins, so if all spins are also like a very core fundamental part of the game, that's like a very big problem because you're just making it a lot harder to get into the game and get like functional in the game, right? So having them like just add back to back and then having that contribute to like a large surge is like it's the perfect balance that I've found, right? Where it's not super necessary, but it still has like a big advantage and you still gain a lot from knowing it, right? Would there be major balance or gameplay changes for each yearly season? Yes. So I do plan on like having the game change fairly significantly between seasons. Now that isn't to say that like, okay, we just got Surge and Surge is going next year, right? Like that's not really how I want to handle it, but just like something new, right? Something new that will move the game in a different direction. Did you ever consider resetting Blitz to add all minis? Man, that's this all okay. When making these like big sweeping changes over the game, the biggest headache is like coordinating all the modes together, right? Because if you look at Tetra League, clearing like a garbage quad or a garbage spin sends +1 line. If you look at Quick Play, it doesn't, right? If you look at Quick Play and Tetra League, they both have all spins. And then you look at Sprint and Blitz and they don't, right? And it's like, man, I hate it here. But when you have since all mini is a direct increase in score. Wait, Blitz wouldn't require a reset. I mean, it wouldn't, but it would cause some level of like inflation to Blitz. Because there might be like more things that have back-to-back with DPC, right? But yeah, what I was saying is that it's kind of been a lot more of a pain than I thought to actually like keep everything on the same rule set, because if I want to make a tweak to one thing and keep the other the same, especially if it's leaderboarded like Quick Play or like the solo modes, like they end up getting all jumbled up and everything has like a different sort of rule set. And to some degree, like I've accepted, I think it's actually fine, right? Because only the really hardcore players will care about it, and the really hardcore players are the ones who can just learn the differences. But yeah, there is a sort of loss of elegance in that. Let's see. Is the character stuff a thing that y'all still think about, by the way? Kind of feels like it fits into the theme with seasons. So, character system is it's something that I do still think about a lot, right? But the role of character system in like this greater sort of plan with Tetrio has sort of shifted, right? It's less of a like, hey, we're gonna make this now, right? It's shifted more to sort of messing around with character stuff is a great way of exploring the different like options that you have with manipulating a block game, right? With manipulating like the Tetris base game. So we get to see like, for example, Surge and a lot of mechanics in Quick Play 2 are are directly inspired by things that we experimented with the character system. So it's like almost an R&D thing at this point, which is funny. But as of right now, like I'm not in a huge rush to actually just like have a full character system in the game. I think it's something that we should work towards a little bit more. But yeah, I think that it's played a very big role, and I still do think about it because it's something that's been so good for understanding the nuances of like how messing around with a stacker game works. Let's see. What if we brought the parry system back? Oh, the April Fools. Okay, for those of you who don't know, and this wasn't actually something that I designed, but if we look at like Tetrio Caliente, I think, where, or I'm just gonna look up April Fools and find April Fools. Which year was it? Oh, it's this one. Yeah. So there was a thing where you like clear within that line and it like parries and it shows you like where it's gonna spawn. It was not a good mode. I don't think we should bring it back or anything. Oh, Wumbo, you misheld. Wumbo, what are you doing, man? And then like if you tank there, you take HP damage. And then you explode. We need that explosion pack. Okay, the explosion is cool. I will agree, exploding is cool. Like, okay. To bring this to like a more sort of game design discussion, I do think that the idea of like having a win condition outside of topping your opponent up is like is actually something that should be explored more, right? And it's something that I do want to play with a little bit more in multiplayer Tetris, and in like versus like Tetrio, right? But as of right now, I haven't found a way to make it right. Like I haven't really found a way that feels like you won the game in a way, right? Because topping out like or it feels like you lost the game as the person who died, right? So HP is a really tough one. I've even like kind of messed around with the idea of having like something like Smash Bros %, right? Where it's not HP, but like having a higher percent increases the multiplier on the garbage you receive, right? But none of those things have really landed the way I've wanted to so far. You just lost the game? I hate you, Circle. I did not appreciate that. But yeah, anyways, what I was saying is that, yeah, the idea of having like an HP bar or having some way to like die outside of topping out, there's potential there, right? Like there's potential, and I do want to experiment it with it more. Did you ever try stocks like in Smash? I mean, you would have to make it way easier to kill, right? I haven't done anything with stocks, but the reason is because if you have stocks, right, like it's already hard enough to kill your opponent. So you would have to do with that paired with something else, right? Or unless you're talking about as it pertains to like HP. I don't really see that much potential in it, but it would depend highly on what kind of game it is. If we're thinking about sticking closely to how like modern Tetris rule set is now, I don't think stocks are good at all. I think if you top your opponent out, you should just win the round. There have been some crew battle tournaments before, but implementation-wise, it felt a bit jank because people had to top out several times before the start of the match to make the rounds counts correct. Yeah, crew battle is like a kind of tricky thing to design. I did help with the format for what would become what's it? CTL, I believe. Yeah, where I actually it was originally supposed to be just for UBC versus UW as our like a kind of show match, and then because I was helping it with BC Tetris stuff, I what's it? I was helping out with that. I don't know why my brain just completely turned blank there, but yeah. With that stuff, I did help out, so I did help with the format as well, and I did the overlays. But yeah, it's still a tough thing. I do think that like team-based Tetris is also something with a lot of potential. So that could be like a crew battle, right? That could be just like a 2v2, right? There's a lot of potential behind that too. So I do want to experiment with that a lot more. Something that like you may not know, you may or may not know, or you may assume, but modern like versus 1v1 is not my only focus for development, right? Like I do also look a lot at like single player modes, at like team sort of based play. So I'm exploring a lot more of a variety as well, right? And that's sort of what I like about working on Tetrua as well, right? Like I do have a lot more room to experiment in a way that I don't think I'd be able to do with like if I was put on a like official Tetris game or something, right? Like I just think I would have less design freedom, and they would be less receptive to like, hey, let's figure out the nuances of how this influences like top level play or the spectator sport and stuff, right? So that's like to link back to something I was mentioning earlier. Like that's why I really, really like working on Tetrio. Let's see. Are there any ideas for more single player modes? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I wanna increase our amount of single player games, and not just like, hey, we're releasing like Blitz 2, right? Or like here's Cheese Race, but like real big sort of single player experiences with Tetrio, right? And so if we look back at say we're gonna go back to the blog post, because I mean this stuff, like if you don't mind reading, if you're not like an iPad kid or something, like I do really recommend reading these two blog posts. But at the very bottom here, I mention that similarly to Quick Play 2, you can expect more new major game modes with not just a high level of attention to game design, but also to art, music, sound, and UI. There's a lot of room for creativity in the block stacking space, and we're looking forward to exploring it. So this doesn't actually mean only multiplayer. And the reason is because like we can only add so many major multiplayer games before they start all competing for each other's player base, right? You don't want to have like 3 different queues, like Quick Play 2 and Quick Play 3, right? You don't want to have like Royale is huge and tons of players in each one of these, because they take away from each other, right? Now, this it depends on how it's designed, right? Like some things can work with less players. For example, if we look at Quick Play, it does, like a lot of it does benefit from being massively multiplayer in a way, right? So that needs a lot of players. If you look at Tetra League, it needs a lot of players for the queue to be active, right? But something like Royale doesn't necessarily need to have a ton of players. It benefits from it, right? But You can imagine that there are some multiplayer modes that may like not even need that many players to be good. So those are things to look into, right? And of course, single player modes and stuff too. Have you thought about ways that you can use game design to intentionally create an environment that encourages effective practice and raises the overall skill level of the community? Yes, yes, absolutely yes. Great question, because that is a thing that I really want to look into, or have already been looking into, and have already been like doing work on, right? So I think that when it comes to sort of your sort of path from a way that a lot of Tetrio players start is they and you can let me know in chat if this was you at some point in the past, right? But a lot of the times, like friend groups that don't play like Tetrio at all or play any Tetris will have like a sort of Tetris phase where they like play it once and they all start getting into it, and then they like kind of obsess over competing with each other in Tetris for like a week, and then they drop it, right? So yeah, that's a very common thing. But if we want to look at like turning those players into dedicated returning Tetrio players, right? That can require, or that can probably include that could include, oh fuck, I'm stuttering so much. See, as I mentioned before, I need to get better at speaking, man. I'm washed up at this shit. But yeah, if you think about their path to like becoming a dedicated player, one of the major things is quick play too, right? Like they have a spot where they can play solo as well. But at the same time, you also want it to be like a smooth experience to like get better at the game and start feeling like, yeah, I'm getting competent at this, right? Like I'm feeling good about how I'm playing the game. And so this could mean like making better ways to learn T-spins within the game, right? This could be like a tutorial mode. This could mean like having a practice mode that say like if you're constantly making a certain stacking mistake, it like serves you boards that you have to stack on that like have that stacking mistake or whatever, right? There's a whole slew of different things that you can do for like an effective practice mode. But yeah, that is something that I do think about a lot, because like being good at like stacking blocks, being good at Tetrio is something that will keep people playing, because like it's kind of a cool skill, right? Like similarly to how people will like find it a cool skill to be able to like do yo-yo tricks, right? It's like, wow, I can stack at 2 PPS, cool. So yeah, I do think that there's a lot of potential, and I've already been looking into ways that we can have like good practice modes that will like raise the skill level, or maybe not raise the skill level overall, but like make it easier to get on the like learning curve, right? To get over the initial hump learning curve. Or maybe not initial hump, but like the hump that comes right after like, okay, you're getting kind of okay at stacking, right? You can like not top yourself out. Now what? Yeah, it's very easy to show off because of how flashy speed is. I completely agree, right? Well, that's how Tetrio came to be. Yeah. Just playing with the friends. Oh yeah, there's 2 wide. Dude, it's so funny. People don't know that like that 2 wide was like originally a like Garbo community project, right? Between me and Nuke. And I guess Octocali as well, right? Yeah, no, I'm the one behind 2 wide. I funded it, and I designed the puzzles and stuff along with Octocali from my community. And yeah, this is the first like real Tetris game that I designed, was 2 wide, and people just don't know anymore. It's kind of funny because my name is not on it. Garbo show hairline. Wait, you want to see my forehead? Bro, okay. To anyone saying receding hairline, I was born this way. It was born recessed. I have not had a hairline since I was fucking born. Yeah, actually, oh, by the way, if you want, oh wait, that's the wrong fucking scene again, man. But yeah, anyways, if you want any proof that I was the one behind 2Wide, you see Reset sleeping in chat, right? Oh, we see actually there's fucking Hannah as well. Pastel Hannah in the chat. This puzzle was literally named after her twice, and we have fucking where's Reset's Nightmare? We have where is it? Reset's Nightmare. They're literally named after two people who are in our chat right now. So yeah, I cleared this shit. Light work. Is the solution fluoride? It's actually DT canon because of the other lyric. F is easy to yeah, the F is easy debate. Oh my god. That was so funny. Yeah, no, this was a good time. Oh my god, these are fucking memories. No. Actually, Mino Master. The thing is, people don't know that it's a Garbo thing anymore. Like, people have just forgotten. Or not forgotten, but like there's a new generation, right? And they don't know. So they'll like play 2Wide, but they won't know that it has any link to me at all. What is a stream full of old people? Yeah. I brought back the like old people reminiscing vibe. F is easy. God. Those were the days. I feel like I'm watching a history documentary, yeah. Man, every time I stream, invariably, it always ends up like this. And the reason is because, like, I stream so infrequently, right? That every time I do stream, it's a bunch of people being like, man, those were the days. Eventually, it'll kind of move past that as I get back into, like, being a regular streamer again. But yeah. I do that every 6 months with my defunct server. Oh yeah, Dream World, I remember that. I still think the invasion of the Tetris Reddit arc was the best. Oh my god, I have such a story from that. I have such a story. This is fairly recent. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I guess I'll catch people up on the lore, right? So let's go at here. Tetris Shadowblade SD. See. Okay, so I made this like troll Reddit account called Shadowblade SD. Oh my god, my last comment on it was great investigative journalism, my friend. Spread the word. Osk is a TTC shill. I think the post is deleted, but it was really funny where this person was saying like Osk is just trying to sell Tetrio to TTC or some shit, which is like, it's the stupidest thing ever. But yeah, anyways. What's that? So, the wealthy parents argument. Yeah. What's it? So yeah, I made a bunch of like really shitty posts, like why classic Tetris is the best esport to exist thus far, right? I made like proving modern Tetris is all memorization, a bunch of troll posts on Reddit. We invaded the subreddit, and it eventually led to a bunch of like big like we basically took over the subreddit, because if you look at what r/Tetris looks like, it's like the most like, hey, here's my PB. Hey, here's my PB. Bad me. Oh my god, it was my itchy lol. Dude, this guy is still farming the Tetris subreddit. But like, where can I play Tetris? Right? Like, I got 700k. So like there's nothing of quality really on the r/Tetris subreddit. It's fairly slop, like the entire way through. Itchy's in the chat as well. That's funny. This is the only post that matters. Let's see. Oh yeah, the reset. The reset world record. True. Dude, the fact that people actually upvoted this is funny because sometimes people will get like a really good score. They'll get like a number 2 on the leaderboard or something, right? On the sprint leaderboard. And then it'll be like buried underneath like 2 people being like, just got sub 60 for the first time, or like, hey, is this good on Tetris.com? But yeah, anyways. The point being, r/Tetris is really bad, right? Like it's not a good subreddit. But yeah, we took over r/Tetris and we did a little trolling. Now, one of them was proving that modern Tetris was all memorization. And so basically I was just like, hey, classic Tetris is the best esport, modern Tetris sucks. And then I'm gonna try a little experiment. I'm gonna go through some guideline setup memorization training for the next day. At the end of it, if any of you hecklers want to try testing your claims, feel free to challenge me to a quote-unquote battle Tetris variant. This was one of the like little speech quirks that I added to this character when I was writing this, a variant of your choice. If the majority of you guys on this sub are still better than me by then, I'm totally fine with agreeing that there's more to it. However, that likely won't happen because one day is all it takes to get good at such a game. And then, so anyways, fast forward, right? And we have how to get good at modern Tetris in one day. And basically I got 2 BT loopers, Rutabaga and Cosine, to play on the Shadowblade SD account. And I had them play against me and win using BT Loop to prove that modern Tetris is all memorization. So, yeah, if we look at this, like, this is just BT Loop. And I'm just, like, playing badly and die. And so I throw versus Shadowblade SD. And so I won against myself to prove my point. And yeah, it's just a very shittily written post. And then it's like, I'll admit, I did overestimate my ability to memorize things since I wasn't as fast as I hoped I'd to be. But the turnout still wasn't bad, even by my standards. There's a good chance I won't be playing more Battle Tetris, but it's good to know that I was exactly right in my assumptions about it. I hear the player Garbo Tetris is a top player, so I feel satisfied if I can beat one of the best despite only one day of battle experience. I hope that clears up some stuff that for everyone who was doubting me. And so, yeah, this is like a... This is my fucking magnum opus troll post. And people, like, this has 55 comments. People were fucking pissed. And yeah, then it was, they made a big deal of it. It was big drama. There was a big post being like, hey guys, let's stop the drama. Let's all be like friends again or whatever, right? And it basically took over all of the discourse on the subreddit for the next like, for like a whole week, right? From the start of my like, why classic Tetris is the best esport thus far, up to the how to get good at modern Tetris for one day and the fallout of it, right? And so, basically, fast forward to like 2 or 3 weeks ago, okay? This is super recent update on it, by the way. So I was in a meeting. I was in a meeting for Tetrio, right? And Dr. Ocelot was also there. And so we were just talking, and then Ocelot's like makes a joke about modern Tetris is all memorization, and I laugh about it. I'm like, yeah, those are such funny days. And we talked for a little bit longer, and it starts dawning on me, like, I don't think they know that I'm SBSD. So what's really funny is that I'm later like, wait, you do know that I was the one who wrote that, right? Man, it was fucking hilarious. Oh my god, it was so fucking funny. Yeah. I was like, yeah, like that was my alt account. I was laughing so fucking hard. It was the funniest thing ever. Oh my god. So yeah, fucking hilarious. I needed to share that story. Wait, you didn't know? You didn't know either? I thought it was just an r/Tetris lol cow people made fun of. No, it was my ult! Yeah. God. It's becoming a reminiscing stream, man. It's becoming a reminiscing stream. Masterful trolling. What is the Reddit? Dude, are we really gonna do this? Is this really going to be a full reminiscing stream? You don't want to talk about Ready. Listen, okay. Chat, we're saving this for another time. We need to spread out the content. But the one I do want to talk about when the time comes is the Salty Cup incident. The Salty Cup incident, and anyone in the chat who was there will remember this vividly. Oh my god. No, that's way too much content. We can't dump it all now. No, Animator, you can't leak any more information. We'll get to it when we get to it. We're starting from the beginning. Cause listen. I'm trying to clip this, put it into YouTube videos, and ship it. Okay. I'm trying to make content. We can't go through all of it at once. Ready's a whole ass iceberg. I could make like a whole ass presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation on Ready's antics, and have it be like fucking like 30 minutes long of just Ready content. You should create your own Garboken_lore iceberg. Even I can't think of them all off the top of my head. We would have to like incrementally add onto it as it pops up. History must be preserved. You should put a chat overlay on your stream so give better engagement and easier editing. True, yeah. Yeah, as of right now, we'd have to put the chat replay on there, so I do think that's a good idea. I'll do that next time I stream. Thank you for the heads up. That's the macro trend gameplay. Oh yeah, true. We're gonna be not always 100%. Sick. Okay, let's see. Yo, Wolfie, thanks for the 24 months. That's our second subscriber now. We're up to 2 now. Okay, so we have, yeah, 24 months. The long-time subs are resubbing. Light mode jump scare. I had to specifically set it to light mode, because, what's it? Like, I don't like the dark mode of Twitch, but it's clearly not meant for it. Like, the buttons... the buttons are clearly like way too saturated for light mode, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it. X Factor 521, thank you for the tier 1 sub. You are now subscriber number 3. It started the hype train. I don't use Discord light mode. I use dark mode on Discord. Can't wait to see you play Tetrio. I mean, let's see. Do I play Tetrio? Fuck it. All right. I'm gonna play one game of Tetrio. I was grinding Con Artist earlier, and dude, I'm like hard stuck floor 9 on Con Artist. This shit is actually cringe. Let's see here. Where is Con Artist? Con Artist. You should turn on the animated background dev hook. Does it work in quick play or no? Thank you for the bits, Matthew, for it. Did you see the leaderboard? 3 people above 6,900 this week. I saw, was it Promo? Yeah, it was Promo who got a volatile 6,900. Yeah, so Con Artist is Expert Mode, Volatile, and All Spin, and I got to like 1,471 meters, but like man, I can't get out of floor 9. I have like 4 floor 9 runs, but they all just end there. He got Volatile world record and lost it in a day. Wait, I didn't know that. Wait, was that Volatile world record? World record? Wait, where is strength? Wait, that's so funny. It's within like less than 7 hours. Yeah, or less than, yeah. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, but I mean, I'm just trying to hit fucking Con Artist floor 10. I'm at rank 34 right now, which is actually my my highest out of the 3 artists. So my Starving is rank 47, and my my Escape Artist is 51. Also, Hydra, thanks for the resub. 29 months. We now have 5 subscribers. Bro, what is all this stuff? Can someone explain, please? So this is the achievement system that I designed for Tetrio. So basically, it acts as like a bunch of different categories, right? So you have like different achievements. As you go higher, you get a higher rank in the achievement, and you can click on them and you can view a leaderboard of it. So you can see this is like Blitz without using hold. So right now, Vince HD is the highest Blitz without using hold. We have like yeah, different mod sets for quick play, etc. So there's tons of different like categories for the top players to compete on. Oh shit, one of my friends tried explaining this to me IRL and I told him to fuck off. I'm gonna need more context on that. What? That's funny. What does that exactly mean? I was about to flex having all diamond achievements except Swamp Modder and Light and Emperor's Decadence until I lost against all odds. That achievement is legit impossible to grind without playing a ridiculous amount. Yeah. Yeah, against all odds is like, this is one of the achievements of all time. It's like impossible for the top players to get. At this point, I don't know if I want to actually keep it. Maybe at some point when there's like a new season, I'll just like get rid of it. Because right now, basically all it tracks is it tracks rank and it tracks amount of games played, right? So every rank is going to have some sort of ratio between games won against a higher TR and lower TR, right? So at like around the middle ranks to the lower ranks, winning against someone of a higher TR is actually fairly common. And certain matchups will be like, you'll go into it and it'll be like, the higher TR has a 60% chance of winning and the lower TR has like a 40% chance of winning, right? And so off of that, every single rank has a ratio, and as you go higher up, right, if you're in X rank, the player with a higher TR may have like a 70 or an 80% chance of winning, right? And so every single rank will have a different ratio of win rate against a higher TR. And so because of that, against all odds becomes basically like you take your amount of games played, you pass it through the like multiplier for your rank, and then that's your against all odds number, right? Which is not exactly the best thing because it's just like contender with more variance. So it's not a good achievement. It's definitely a candidate to just remove at some point. Wait, is that Rick in the chat? What the fuck? Yo! Hi, Rick. It's been a long time. Let's see. You need some more garbage rewards so I could highlight every message I send if I wanted to. Oh, yeah, that's right. Dude, some people had so many channel points, it's fucking hilarious. Some people were like channel point billionaires on this stream. God. Yeah, no, I removed all of them, but at some point I'll add more. Yeah, it's been quite a while. Highlight my message. Let's see. I'm reading here. Oh, we're talking about revives in the chat. Let's see. That said, revives is extremely fun to do. Even people I know said it was one of the few times they actually enjoyed playing the game. Yeah. Dude, anyone who likes revives and likes revive runs needs to read the inspirations of Quick Play 2.0. That blog post. I know I keep fucking mentioning the blog post, but anyone who likes revive runs needs to read it. Anyone who's read it, do not spoil. Do not spoil. It's fucking hilarious. What the fuck is an on-screen celebration? Bro, what is going on in Twitch? I have not used the Twitch platform for so long. Open. Chill girl emote. Fuck it. Chill girl. Bro, what has happened to Twitch in my time? Oh god. There's so much new stuff. I have been like so out of touch with Twitch. Hype chests on the way. Fuck it. I guess that's a thing. Yeah, I did get the news about the Korea Twitch stuff. Yeah, you can't chill, girl, but I can. I have so much power. Which blog? I just arrived here. Okay, I will actually link these to the chat. Okay. Here, so it's... Oh, actually, no. Here. Actually, this is the better part. I'm gonna link my Twitter, and then you can look at the post here to find the links. That way, you follow me on Twitter too. I'm a social media genius. My marketing skills know no bounds. Do you have a Blue Sky? I don't. I mean, I don't know. Blue Sky, it's looking like another one of those things like Mastodon where people are like, this is the Twitter killer, and then everyone just ends up on Twitter again. So, I haven't made one yet. The one thing that might change that is the, like, artists and AI. So, because Twitter is, like, actively scraping posts with AI and Blue Sky has made a point to not do that, you see a lot of artists, like, moving over to Blue Sky, and maybe that makes a dent in it. And at that point, I would make a Blue Sky, but at the moment, I don't. Well, okay, we have 2 followers. Huge. So, yeah. All Blue Sky content right now is people being like, OMG, this is so much better than Twitter. It needs more hate. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm wary of any social media that's, like, coming in as like, hey, guys, we're the new Twitter. Fuck Twitter, right? Because, like, that shit happened on, like, Threads, too, and, like, Threads is XD now. All right, let's play one round of the Con Artist. I'm trying to get floor 10 on this shit. Okay, I am not playing well, and I'm not doing all spins either. So, for those of you who don't know as well, so all spin mod basically means that all spins count as full T-spins, like full T-spins, except if you do the same clear twice in a row, you take a penalty garbage line. So if you were watching like Vince, you're gonna think I'm like a fucking noob, but it's fine. Yeah. Actually, something interesting is that I don't know how much of my content I want to be gameplay. Something that I've thought about a lot is that I kind of want most of my content to be just like talking with chat. Because I think that's where my stream is at its best. Where like we can just talk about like game design or like content or whatever the fuck, right? As we have been doing now. You can let me know what kind of preferences you guys have in the chat right now. And I will try and read it, because right now we're not at a super high floor, so... Actually, once we get into like the second half of floor 5, there starts being some really, really big spikes. see. Actually, no, hold those thoughts. Okay, I planned this really poorly. Hold those thoughts and let me know after the run, because I'm very occupied right now. Talking content is pretty engaging. Yeah, I think it makes for a lot better like clips and stuff too. Just in general. Cause I mean, like, I'm not gonna be streaming super frequently either. It'll be like once a week. Once or twice a week. So for that reason, like, I do want my content to be like meaningful. Like, I want it to last. I want it to be something that like people are excited to like tune into. And so I just don't think that gaming, unless it's like some special event or something, is going to really match that. And bro, streaming has turned me into such a yapper too. Like, it's so bad. And to be fair, it was always in my nature to some degree to just like talking someone's ear off. But like, sometimes when I'm talking to people, and it just got worse, especially after I had just stopped streaming. After I'd like tried to become a normal member of society. Like, I would just fucking talk for way too long and not let the other person talk. I would just go on like very long rambles, and I'll be like, sorry, that's my stream rate stick kicking in, my bad. So, I mean, like, I've gotten better on it, right? But it still has to be something very intentional. Like, I've become a fucking natural-born yapper. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is actually where the run starts getting hard. I shouldn't have done the T-spin there. I should have done the Z-spin instead. Fuck. It's over. Okay, single, double, single, and then this has to be double. Fuck. No! No! Still hard stuck. Okay. Let's talk about the ratio between talking and what's it? And playing games and other stuff here. Do we fuck with 2 hours of just me talking to chat? Put Vince on. True. There's Vince. Oh, Vince is playing the Connors. This guy, man. I'm being flexed on. This is so fucked up. Literally, I start playing Connors, this guy copies me. And he's gonna floor 10 right in front of my eyes. I want talking 100%, 0% gaming. Let's see. Personally, I'm scared of experiencing Tetra League streams again. What do you mean by it? Scared of experiencing it? What's the fear here? I killed Vince. Okay, he's back to playing Volatile now. Alright, let's watch what is Microblizz cooking. Yu-Yo is playing the con artist now. Okay, well, I guess we're a con artist watching stream. 100% talking, 100% gameplay. Dude, Blizz started playing again once, like, he started getting hooked on quick play. It's so funny. I don't mind 100% gameplay with Neo TSD. That's a throwback. Oh my god, we need to add, okay, I need to make this iceberg now. Okay, hold on. Is there like an iceberg, wait, iceberg template? Let's see. Okay, hold on 1 second. I need to open Photoshop really quick. And we're gonna make the iceberg blank iceberg template. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to drag this in. All right. I need to make the iceberg template. I've heard way too many like very old school Garbo references. Wait, Garbo comedy labbing arc. Wait, what was that again? Wait, I don't even, that doesn't ring a bell. Sub 30 race? Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna beat this really quick. Yo, Solovisor, thanks for the sub. You're now the 7th sub. Okay. Wait, so what's at the top of the iceberg? I would say like, okay, let's dim this a little bit. Cause I think this is like too bright. Let's bring it down a little bit, yeah. How do these usually go? Like, what do you put on this side? Fuck, I don't even know. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some entries. Let's notepad this shit first. I'm gonna notepad? Okay, so category names, okay. Would you put Wojaks on the right? Okay, so let's make a list first. We have ready, ready salty cup. We have okay, what were the things we were talking about earlier? Shadowblade SD, too wide. Okay. Give me some things. Give me some things, chat. And by the way, if it seems like I didn't notice it, feel free to send the message again, okay? H-Canon invention. I feel like that's not enough. Living on a I guarantee you, Mitsu's probably the only one who fucking knows. There was one stream where I mentioned it, so anyone who remembers. CSGO, cat fishing. Itchy knows. Okay, Itchy is a knower. SoundCloud. Arc. Oh, let's see. So dreamy. Pizza stream. I'd include 4Y to me like the SoundCloud arc. The fish. Holy fuck. PBT2 leak. Normies. Downstacking. Megumin cosplay. Hate. Snail hate. Incident. Carbuncle. I would include Carbuncle suicide in PPT2 leak gameplay. GGC. TikTok arc is King of the Normies. Those are the same thing. QP2. I guess Quick Play 2 would be at like the very top. My name OG. My name OG. Okay. Hypixel. Wait. Hypixel Pit. Catfishing. Minecraft. RPers. Let's see. Oh, Tetris puzzle. Wait, the F is easy? F is easy? That one? Yeah, F is easy. Okay. Tetrio is no more. God, this must be so weird for people who like are new to this stream and don't know all the deep lore, because they're just hearing people say random shit and just me laughing out loud at it. Animation and art. PC guide. Be nice stream. That's such deep lore. I'll put first to 10 Finns and Neo world record on here as well. 20 TSD Neo world record. Sewer variants. Let's see. Garbo video on XQC stream. Dude, Mitsu is so good at this. powerful image. Yeah. It's so funny. Tetrio is no more. Dude. It's too good. Mitsu is just the fucking lore, the lore knowledge keeper, or what? Millen, I want to put, like, we already have 2 other primetime things, so we can't add more. Clash Royale free gems goes under Lefish. Garbo versus BTMC. Admin panel. I'll also add Garbo or Kreutz versus BTMC, if anyone remembers that. Garbo coaching. Oh yeah, then like Garbo coaching for BTMC. But I'll just have Garbo coaching as like a whole thing. Bowling shoes. Garbo. I can't. Tilted webcam? Okay, these are like such niche things. They're so fucking niche. They're like one stream. There weren't arcs. They're just. Do you remember when everyone spammed BTM chat from 2 wide? Oh yeah. It was actually there was also, I'll add BTMC like Garbo video. The what's it? T-spin quiz video. Yeah. Mobile Tetris app where you can make money and they made a video mentioning you. That's so dreamy here. Okay, I'm not adding the camera zoom from today. Challenger Ivern, sure. Garbhog. Sasaga I would include in PPT2 leak gameplay. That's just the whole thing. Tarzan deserves an honorable mention. It's not stream lore, but I guess I can include Tarzan. And Jammy-Can Banana. Okay. Pot of Greed. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. I actually, here, 1 second. Let me get something. Yo, I have entire deck of 40 Pot of Greed cards. Like this is actually just 40 Pots of Greed. So this has actually been like a long-standing dude, my nails are so long. I haven't cut them in a while. I need to fucking cut them. But yeah, I have a giant deck of 40 Pot of Greed cards. Now, anyone who's been with me since the beginning will know that this has actually been something I've wanted to have for a very, very long time, and it's only like a few months ago that I got it. So, yeah, it's like fulfilling a long-standing childhood dream of mine to buy 40 Pot of Greed cards and just have a whole deck of Pot of Greed. Handshakers, oh my god, yeah, Handshakers. Handshakers, King's Game. Okay, let's see. Oh, actually, I know you didn't mention or mean this for the iceberg, but yeah, Pot of Greed. Pot of Greed. Claw game. Okay. Did you? I did do a Master Duel stream. Apple game, sure. Garbo loses to McFlurry. Let's see. What else? Reading back the chat. No quality. No quality is a great one. No quality. Oh yeah, and then yeah, PPT2 or PPT subscribe skin. GGC is already on there. Garbo meetup Tetrio badge. Majime, of course. Majime, yeah. Holy fuck. Dude, it's so funny how everyone just remembers this shit. It's such like core memories. Garbo index finger. Okay. Let's see. Doing my best as a first-time watcher. Hairline. Weeb, of course. Weeb. Yeah. Pay money wubby. 4 wide. I guess. What would be like the lore part of that? It would be like that. It was like a school project, and I taught my high school teacher 4 wide. I guess that can count as lore. Bathing with clothes gaslighting. Dude, these are at the very bottom of the iceberg. Holy fuck. I didn't even know I told that story to you guys. Bowling shoes is already on here. Garbo sleeping in class. Garbo, oh yeah, joining Tato's the Hypixel party. That's not even Garbo lore. That's like a that's not my lore. Actually, I'm not gonna put it there. Oh yeah, cooking streams. Tetris 99. Sure. GGC is already on there. Okay, wait. Advertising your stream for a tournament using just room names. Warm-ups are for losers, yeah. Versus Plu Tetris Orchestra. This is, yeah, so, I would include, this is an actual song in PPT2, along with the other PPT2 stuff. The primetime interview. Oh wait, the one where I had to like talk to the like devs at network. Yeah, okay. A video call with network. I'll add it there. I talked to him and just shut the fuck up. I'm with you, Reset. You're fucking brain rotted. Yeah, I'll put Teaspoon God on here. Okay. So that's enough. Okay, we're done with submissions. We can add more later. We can, or actually, maybe I'll include like a. Oh, I know. This is perfect. Okay, so we're actually gonna make this a channel on Discord. How about that? So I'm gonna make it a channel in the Discord. I'm gonna open up an invite again for it in case you guys missed it. But yeah, here. Here, so this is the Discord server. I'm gonna make a new channel. Here, I'm gonna make it Iceberg, and let's see. So right now I'll just make it admin only. Where is admin? Admin? Oh, it's not even there. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this then. Why is messages failing to load? Hello? Is Discord okay? 1 second. I'll restart it. Discord is dying right now? Is Discord actually down? What's happening? I cannot send messages. Oh, Discord is cooked. Oh, GG. You literally killed it. I killed Discord. Yay. Oops. I accidentally clicked on thumbs up while clicking into the Discord thing. And then because I clicked it, I can't get rid of my reaction now. It just stays there. So now there's just permanently a thumbs up. All right. Well, we'll do that later. But for now, okay. I'm gonna make a channel called called Iceberg, or let's do Iceberg, and then I'll pin like a big iceberg list. So we'll sort these out. I'm gonna save this right now, right? I'm gonna save this as iceberg.txt, and some other time we're gonna, or maybe even like after my stream, sometime during my free time, I'm gonna sort all of the things into an iceberg, and then that channel on Discord will be like, if you ever think of something, you can put it onto the iceberg, and then there can be lore there. Blarg versus Garbo arc. Oh yeah, that's true. I'll fuck. I already closed the tab though. Here, hold on. I'll open it back up. Iceberg.txt. Okay. Blarg versus Garbo rivalry. But yeah, there are some things on this list, by the way, where I don't even like remember telling chat about it. I didn't think that they were stories that I told my stream. Like what's it? Specifically bathing with clothes gaslighting. So this one I can give context on. Basically, when I was in like 8th grade or something, I had this like funny idea where there was this like kid, right? There's this kid in my class, and basically he is like the kind of person who's like, well, I say the kind of person, but most people are like this, right? Where they're super insecure about fitting in and stuff, right? And so, but this guy was like a little bit more so. And so what I did was like, I kept telling him that like, I kept telling like, dude, I bet you like shower with, I bet you shower naked, right? I'm like, dude, I bet you're the type of person to shower naked. He's like, no, I'm not, right? And I kept like repeating it over and over again. And I kept like kind of reiterating it and being like, dude, that's the type of thing that someone who like would shower naked would say, right? I kept repeating it to him, and he's like, no, I shower. And I'm like, okay, so what do you shower in then? And he's like, I shower with like a bathing suit on, right? And I'm like, no way you do that. That would be too normal of you, right? And then I basically just like, I repeatedly gaslit him into believing that you're not supposed to shower when you're naked. You're not supposed to be naked when you shower. And so God knows how much longer he lived his life just like showering with clothes on. Cause like if you think about it, right? And it's funny to think about, cause like it's not the kind of thing that like someone will correct you on, cause you shower alone. So fun fact, did you know gaslight is pronounced with a J sound? Yeah. You are evil. Okay, but listen, I was fucking like 12, 13 at the time. 12 and 13-year-olds are just inherently evil. I don't think there's a single one of those motherfuckers who isn't evil. Like, because you don't have empathy, right? So yeah, I would do the same. I support you, Garbo. I'm pretty sure you developed empathy before 13. Wait, really? Bro, I'm a fucking late bloomer then, holy shit. Dude, I was a psychopath at 12. Well, okay, the thing is, right? Like, okay, there's the sort of thing where like, okay, you know to say like please and thank you, right? You know to like not punch people randomly, right? Like that's being nice. You know how to be nice. You're like socialized a decent amount at 12 years old, right? Or most people are. But like empathy of actually like really understanding and feeling like and understanding like the cause and effect and like how someone else feels and stuff like that. I didn't really have that at 12. No, I didn't. You guys are taking my words out of context. I'm saying I know to not punch people randomly because that's what you're like taught, right? I'm talking about like empathy. I'm talking about like actual empathy. Put it on the iceberg. Bro, you were a Leafy viewer. Yes, I was. Bro, I watched the fuck out of Leafy is Here. Dude, when I was 13, I'd like tell people to drink bleach and shit. So, yeah, it's like politeness versus empathy. Dude, I would like watch. I would watch like the fucking This was before even 13. This is like I must have been like 11 at the time or like 10. But I would watch those like Xbox addictions. Like this grown ass man will like go on Xbox and like grief some kid's world and like pour all lava all over his house and he'll cry. I used to watch those videos. You have to be a sociopath to actually enjoy that. Or like you have to be lacking in empathy. Right? The dodgeballs! I have to add it. Shit. But yeah, like I used to watch those things, and those were like wildly popular with like 10-year-olds. And so if you think about what it takes to actually like actively enjoy watching some kid cry over his like hard work being lavaed over, right? And the world gets saved. Like if you think about what it takes to actually enjoy that, and those videos would have like hundreds of thousands of, and sometimes millions of views, right? You can't have empathy and enjoy that. So, yeah, like I don't think you actually develop empathy until like maybe like 16. I think is like when people start. Some people have it way earlier, like it's like I'm an empath or whatever. But I think from what I've like from the people I've talked to and like all this stuff, my interpretation is that like it's around like a 15 to 17 type of range. Well, okay, I'm not saying it's excusable. What is this, like, taking my words out of context? What the fuck? I'm saying if you enjoy it, you have to lack empathy. What? This is like fucking trying to say anything on Twitter and someone's like, well, just because you said pancakes are great, does that mean you hate waffles? Like, no. Reset, oh my god. The immortal tweet, yeah. It's a classic. That's a whole new sentence. But yeah, nah, like, I think that, okay, I was like a bit of a menace as a little kid, right? As like a 13-year-old, but I never did anything that bad. Like, well, okay, maybe like I will not speak. I will not speak. But there's some shit that like I never told Twitch chat. There's actually completely new stories. I can tell one of them that's like only on the borderline. Okay. Is this good to share? Okay, this one's not that bad. So, when I was 13, or actually, when I was a lot younger than 13, sometimes I would like sit with my dad when he was watching TV, right? My dad would be watching TV and I'd go to sit with him, right? I was like a little kid. And one of the shows that my dad would be sometimes watching on the weekend would be a show called American Greed. And this is a show that like it's a documentary series on different like high class like white collar fraud, like Bernie Madoff type shit, right? Like it'd be like, here's how this scam went down or whatever, right? So they would yeah, just be documented the scams. And so as a little kid, I obviously didn't really know what was going on, so I'd ask my dad. I'd be like, Dad, what's a Ponzi scheme? And he'd be like, oh, listen, son, like, so you have like investors, right? And like sometimes like when you have an investor, it's like you buy a piece of this like mining company or whatever, right? But if it's a Ponzi scheme, the mining company doesn't actually exist. And he'd explain all of it to me, right? And so Because of that, he would explain a lot of like different types of fraud and stuff, right? Because I was just a curious little kid. I was like 10 or something, right? Or 11. And so I actually, because of this, and even up until now, like I kind of do have just a sort of fascination with financial fraud. Now, that doesn't mean I want to defraud investors or whatever, right? That's completely different. But like I do find it fun to like look into like scams and stuff, right? It's just from a young age, it's kind of nostalgic. And so anyways, fast forward a little bit, right? I would still, when I was like a little bit older, when I was like in 8th or 9th grade or something, right? I would like leave on in the background. I would leave on like documentaries about like different types of financial schemes and stuff, right? And there was one time when I was like, I must have been in like 9th grade or something, and I was listening to this documentary about like predatory debt and like debt trapping people and stuff, right? And compared to all the other types of financial fraud where you need like investors and you need all this fancy stuff, I'm like, wait, like people owe each other money all the time, right? Like maybe I could actually pull this off myself. Again, remember, no empathy, right? Like empathy was not really developed at the time, or if there was, it was like a very low level of empathy. So in any case, right? I decided I was gonna try and debt trap one of my classmates. Okay, I was gonna try and put one of my classmates in permanent debt to me. So I was 14. I was like 13 or 14. I don't remember, but sometime during that range. And so what I did was at the start of the course, I offered to do his homework for him for free. Okay? And I did this for I did this for I did this for like a week or two, right? And I did his homework for a week or two. And after that, I basically wanted to ensure that he couldn't do the work himself if he wanted to, right? So it was inspired by how like people get addicted on drugs, right? And that's like a part of a lot of debt cycles. And so I thought to myself, like, okay, I'm gonna get this guy, like I'm gonna offer him like, hey, I'll do your homework for you, right? But I'll make him dependent on it, right? And so, okay, listen, I was 14 at the time, okay? Don't look at me like that. And so, anyways, right? Afterwards, so I started having like so I decided to make like a sort of like subscription service, right? So after this little while, right, I said like, okay, listen, I don't have as much time, because I acted all friendly at the start, right? But I'm like, listen, like I don't have time to do your homework for you now. Like I'm getting really busy, etc. Right? Like you'll have to pay me. And the guy's like, okay, right? Because I knew this kid had money, right? I knew this kid like wasn't like his family had money, right? So I knew that I could get him, right? So I was like, free trial is over, right? Like you'll have to pay me. And he's like, okay, right? So he paid me, and then sometimes like he wouldn't have the money because it was on a cycle, right? I don't remember exactly how much money I was charging, but I also offered to like, okay, you can like put it on your tab, right? You can owe me this much money instead, and that's completely fine too. And so just off of that alone, I had him in like a cycle of constantly owing me money because he needs his homework done, right? And he would sometimes like accumulate debt, and he has to pay it back because otherwise I'll stop doing his homework for him, right? And so I had him like on the hooked there, right? And so at some point he's like, okay, listen, like I can't pay this back, right? Like that's way too much money. Can you just like let go of some of this, right? And instead, I gave him like a repayment plan of like, okay, well, your parents give you this much money at the school cafeteria. School lunches were $4. $4 for a school lunch at the cafeteria, right? But they also had like a fridge with like muffins and salads and other sort of like smaller items. And so I said, okay, well, the money that you get for lunch, right? I'll take half of that, and then instead of getting the cafeteria lunch each day, you're gonna get like the muffin instead, right? So you're and then that'll go off to repaying it. You do this for like this long, and your debt's gone, right? And so that ended up happening for a little while, but eventually the kid. What happened was so I made a decent amount ish, right? It probably wasn't worth the amount of scheming that I did, but eventually he's like, dude, this is getting like absurd. I don't care anymore. Don't do my homework for me. And like he got like a like he stopped doing any of the coursework for the rest of the year, and so he got like a like 50% in that class, like a 58% in that class, because he just stopped doing any of the work. He just gave up. So it was all my fault. So, anyways, that's the story. I was a fucking sociopath back then. This isn't that bad. Okay, but like, kids do stupid shit, right? They want to try what they do on TV, right? Like, how is this any different? Like, you see a superhero, and you're like, I want to do that too, right? Like, it's just I was watching different shit. How rich? Well, I mean, not like rich, but like, it's not like it would do any sort of damage or anything, right? Choose your idols carefully. Like, okay, like I was an impressionable kid. I saw something that I thought was cool, and I tried to do it. I don't understand why people are like thinking I was like a horrible person or anything. It's like, or maybe I was a horrible person, but like, it's kid shit. Cuts kids lunch in half. That kid probably has stunted growth for life. This is Garbo's evil billionaire origin story. Bro, look, okay, listen. I don't do that shit now, okay? Like, this is not within my character now. It's just when I was a kid, I was fascinated with entrepreneurship. I thought the murder scheme was cool. That's high-key impressive you pulled that off. I mean, okay, realistically, it lasted like 3 months, so it didn't even make it through the halfway point of the semester, but... Or it was like 2.5 months. I remember, because I remember being like mad that it didn't last throughout half of the semester. But yeah, it was like 2.5 months or something. It ruined his grade for the whole semester. I mean, true. I can't deny that. I've already been Ponzi'd when I was 13. I got into crypto way early. Yeah, I remember you've mentioned a few times like the early like Dogecoin IRC chats and stuff. Came flooding back. Voice activate. Oh my god, true. Voice activated Tetris and childhood debt trap scheme. Okay. Those are my new entries onto this. High school is when I learned when lying is acceptable and when it's not. I mean, you learn a lot of shit in high school. A lot of like social things, like learning what's right and wrong, or like understanding what's right and wrong, because like your parents can tell you all you want. Parents and teachers can tell you all you want, like this is wrong, this is right, but like you don't actually get it, you just follow it, right? Selfishly, can we get some Tetrio gameplay? You guys are so fucking brain rotted. I can't believe it. I simply cannot believe it. All right, who's playing right now? We have Lunchly going through the fucking thick of it. Can we get a Neo TSD run in the background? Let's see. What is this clip? Or two. And after that, I basically wanted to ensure that he couldn't do the work himself if he wanted to, right? So it was inspired by how like people get addicted on drugs, right? And that's like a part of a lot of debt cycles. And so I thought to myself, like, okay, I'm gonna get this guy, like I'm gonna offer him like, hey, I'll do your homework for you, right? But I'll make him dependent on it, right? And so, okay, listen, I was 14 at the time, okay? Guess I have enough iceberg of being a horrible kid as well, so it's deserved. Oh wait, we need to see the Ost story. There used to be a site called ITC Gear. Is that an I or an L? I can't tell. Where you'd buy cloud-based crypto mining gear, and that's how I learned what Ponzi schemes were. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're renting out, like, crypto mining. The question is if that story goes into a YouTube video or not. Is that YouTube videoable? Or does that paint me in too bad of a light? I don't think it's the kind of thing you should YouTube. All right, it's for the stream. If you know, you know. Sure. Meet Tetrio Studio. True. This is the one making these decisions. Bad. Oh, that's so funny. Well, anyways, I think we are nearing the end of the stream. I don't actually know how long I want these streams to be, but before I would do like 3-hour streams, that would be my norm. Osk, what fucking time is it for you? Did you stay up this whole time? Bro, you're cooked. But yeah, this is the typical length. I don't know, I don't know if I want to do like 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. But Recent is now the fastest Tetris player in the world from August 3rd, 2020. How many people subbed this stream? 7 people. Also, Yasi, thank you for the sub. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't think I did. So, yeah, we'll see how we want to do it. As for the time, I'm probably gonna keep it to around this time, but we will see as well. Oh, that's another 7. Oh my god. Solo Advisor, thank you for the 7 gift subs. I don't have any notifs on, so there's no, like, cool yay sound effect or whatever, but yeah. I'll add that shit back in later. So, for now, I will shill it again, although I think Discord's not working still. Join my Discord server. Let's see. Yeah, join this Discord server. We're gonna be doing more cool content. Not just talking, right? But I also want to do more things that just like kind of I would like to have other people from Tetrio in the stream as well, right? From the Tetrio community. 'Cause it's also my goal to like bring back content in Tetrio, not just like bring back Garbo content in general, right? So yeah, we'll be doing a lot of things differently, and looking forward to doing all the content stuff, and I hope you guys are also excited for it. Anyways, I will see you guys probably next Saturday, but if you want the updates, either follow me on Twitter. Here, I will link my Twitter again, so you can follow it. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord server, etc. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. I'll see you guys next time. Later.